one room. There was only one vase of sunflowers, because after that it was gone. And that's what art is about. It's about capturing a moment as well. It's about the sort of moment. I mean, I think it's very, very nice to be invited. I mean, certainly no one in Great Britain would invite me to do an opera. Can you imagine me being invited to do an opera at the Opera House? It's quite amazing that one has to always come to Italy or go abroad to have any imagination in commissioning. I mean, I used to hitchhike here when I was a student from London, particularly during my Easter hop off in Florence. I was a really hardened art student at the time, so I came here to look at all the monuments and paintings. There are wonderful, wonderful things here, but I mean, things are destroyed by the vacuous stare and the vacuous gaze. They are sapped of life and energy. And a lot of what you see seems to have died. Yes, effectively they're crumbling, as I said, in this overexposure. I mean, how can you... Plastic versions, it's a sort of, it's not really possible. This is what Pasolini was about, how consumerism is destroying all the old values of Italian life. Holidays, because there used to be time to get to Rome and then come back, and I always used to stop. Michelangelo's David, when you see 30,000, of course, it wasn't just Italy, it was everywhere where this reached, the Coca-Cola culture. Television came in and stole the spirit of storytelling and stole the household gods and destroyed family life more than us gay men. Everyone in television is in complicity. So what we have to do is restore the spirit of storytelling and the far side in the films, which we show people. And then, in other words, allow them within their homes to decide what the work is about, rather than dictating. I'm trying to do that. It's very complicated, and I don't succeed always, because economically and structurally, most of society and filmmaking is against one doing that. It's very hard, but that's what I try to do, restore home into my movie. If you believe in family, life, the hearth, and the spirit of storytelling, then you should retire forthwith from your television.
I have a very divided feeling about opera. I had such a horrible time doing Don Giovanni for the English National Opera. I nearly closed the place down. On the other hand, I've gone to see opera as a fact played by Tilda as a sort of goddess who undermines the whole idea of opera. She says, well, this is another typical little opera story we've got here, rather ball up the problems of opera construction, yet at the same time also be very critical of it within the same work. I think all artists are very aware of all of those responsibilities. If the artist is not aware of this, then the art will be no good. It might be seen to be of interest for a little while, but it'll soon become unfashionable. There was only one Van Gogh with one chair on one sunny afternoon in one eternity. The painting remains the painting. The painting remains even then a great criticism of our society. I mean, there can't be anyone who isn't slightly appalled that actually a small piece of canvas is now sold for £25 million in a world where there are many, many people who are, you know...
Who cares a fuck about scene design? You know what I mean? You know, it's all it is like Fortnum and Mason's rapping in the way from him, not only of what to do, but also what not to do. If I was going to make smaller films than he was making, which was obviously the path I was going to take, I knew that from the beginning. I made a film of my home. It started as home movies. And I liked it so much, I went on from there. I mean, the Super 8s are just Super 8s like anyone else's. I mean, the only interesting thing about my Super 8s was that I was filming a particular milieu of artists and things in London during the 70s. And obviously there were people who were involved in image making in one way or another, and they were very critical, and it came to the attention of other people who made films, as it were, you know, that I was making these images. Different, a very clear differentiation between Christianism and Christianity. As a gay man, of course, consider myself outside. I therefore view Christianity as the enemy, really, as something I'd actually prefer to see disappear. Materialism now, in a way, little domestic situations, televisions and things, to blot out the enormity of that void. Outside this blue sky is an infinite void, black. This is an illusion. Caravaggio to explore how an artist, a visual artist, works. I've never seen that in the cinema. It's never been done. There's not a film. But the language might be complicated. But I can assure you that if I was actually put against this wall and told to explain frame by frame what I was doing, you'd be surprised how coherent it is. With England, it's not an attack. It's an attack on those things that I perceive, at least personally, I perceive as without, you know, things without value, things that have invaded the mainstream British life. That's not an attack on England. It's the last of England. If you see nothing, and thank God, a film 90 minutes with nothing in it. If you want to see something in it, there's something there. I refuse to give it away. I know what I felt, but that's not important. The viewer is the important person. It's their decision. It's their thoughts. So if they come aerial cinema, and a lot of people did think it was, or do think it is a new form of cinema, because it actually makes the first rapprochement with a feature film, with video, which goes beyond just trying to make video look like film. It could go much, much further. I mean, it's only a tentative, hesitant thing nowadays. And do it creatively.
Paging passenger Faber, passenger Faber, this is the last and final call. Paging passenger Faber, passenger Faber, this is the last and final call.